Hey, Realty Edge Team fans. Thanks for tuning into the January newsletter. Just want to kind of give you a little recap of 2024 and kind of see how we're going into 2025. So let's get started here. In 2024, we had 1,263 single-family homes sell in Rochester. So that's pretty close to what happened in 2023. So pretty normal there. However, we are down 17% from 2022. 2022 was a pretty bumper year for transactions closing. For whatever reason, we had a lot more inventory right then, and so closed about 1,400 transactions in 22. So last year we had 1,263. Not a bad year, pretty standard for the Rochester market. Our average days on market last year were 35 days on market, which is actually up about 9.4% from the year prior. So we are seeing houses stay on the market just a tad longer. Still, 35 days isn't an overwhelming amount of days. It's still pretty standard amount. So, 12 years ago, we were seeing average days on market being like 135, not 35. So 35 days on market for average time on market. Median sales price was $330,000. That's been pretty flat over the last 3 years. The single-family houses selling for the median sales price there is $330,000. And then price per square foot is $168 per square foot for pre-existing single-family homes in Rochester, and that's up about 4% over last year. So all that is pretty standard. What we've seen trending in the last 2.5 years, 3 years, is everything's kind of plateauing, pretty flat across the market. Still a very strong market. It's just the numbers are pretty flat. So getting into the new construction side of things, which I think in 2025 is going to be a lot bigger deal than what it's been in the past 2 or 3 years. But for new construction home sales last year, there was 104 new construction homes built and sold in Rochester last year, which is up about 7% from the year prior. However, that is still pretty low. Like, Rochester needs a lot more than 100 houses to maintain or improve our inventory levels. So I think in 2025 we're going to be seeing a lot more new construction houses coming through. So the other thing about the new construction over the last few years is the prices have gone up. So the median price for a new construction home sale last year was $604,000. So that is not your first-time home buyer, right? Nor doesn't first-time home buyer usually ever buy a brand new house, but the median price was $604,000, which is actually down 13% from 2023, when the average, the median sales price was nearing $700,000. So the median sales price is at $604,000 last year for brand new houses. I would anticipate that to go down a little bit this year, as we will likely see an influx of new construction in that $500,000 price range. Right now, the average price per square foot is about $251 per square foot for 2024. We'll see what happens in 2025. We do feel that it's pretty much going to be a very strong new construction year in 2025, with some of these bigger home builders and developers coming into town. We should see a huge influx on these numbers next year at this time. So that's pretty good. We need a lot more inventory in Rochester, so that's great. If we're building houses in the high 400s to 500 price range, that's kind of the move-up buyer with young professional families. So that is a need that we're lacking here in Rochester with inventory in the market. So looking forward to 2025, I think a lot is going to deal with where the interest rates are headed, right? So when we're coming through the winter last year, they said they were going to reduce rates like 6 times. They ended up doing like 3 times. And the end of the year kind of around 7%. And that's kind of about where they're at right now. Now, if we do see the interest rates get down to that 5% mark, in that 5% range, 5.5, whatever, I think that there's going to be a huge flood of people coming to the market that have been sitting on the sidelines for a while. Everybody seems like they're kind of being just sitting on the fence. And if those rates come down, that's going to be the deciding factor for how 2025 is going to go, I think. Whether we have a pretty normal standard year or if we just go off the charts and have a ton of activity. Hopefully what would happen is if the rates do come down low enough, we'll see a lot of these people that are sitting in their homes with mortgage rates in the 2s or 3s that are comfortable with it, right? Because if you sell your house with a 2.75% interest rate and you move up to a 7% interest rate, that's a huge hit. And with the price of new construction, it's not like you can really, you're paying the same amount for a much lesser house, for a much smaller house probably. So hopefully if the rates come down, that will keep that real estate cycle spinning, and everybody that's traditionally moving into a different house, whether you're moving up, you're moving down, moving out to the country, moving downtown. Hopefully, if the rates come down, that cycle will keep spinning, and then also in turn free up some inventory, so that the new buyers that are coming to the market will have more houses to buy. So, if the rates come down, I would forecast a super strong 2025. If they stay where they're at, we're probably going to see the same plateau from 2023, 2024, and into 2025, which is still a very strong real estate market. It's not bonkers, but it's not slow, that's for sure. But I wouldn't see, I don't anticipate the home prices to drastically go up unless if we see rates come down. So pretty stable market we're in right now. We'll see what happens here come the beginning of this year and where rates head, and hopefully it's a good year. I hope everybody's staying warm. It's been super cold, so the beginning part of January has been a little sluggish. Nobody wants to go look at houses when it's negative 10 degrees outside, and that's just how it goes. So we anticipate things to heat up a little bit, no pun intended, coming into the spring, and we'll see how it goes. So I hope everybody's had a great New Year's, safe holiday season. If you ever need anything, feel free to reach out. You can look us up and call us. Take care, everybody. Thank you.